Churches, like families, share sorrows as well as mutual joys. In the early years of St. Matthew, sickness and illness were noted in the St. Matthew's record.
St. Matthew's record, July 1919. Mr. Grutzmacher of 3036 Kohler Avenue has been suffering of late. Mr. Grutzmacher intended to enjoy the taste of a melon, but strangely to say, his stomach was so badly affected that he has been unable to move around for a week. St. Matthew's record, September 1921. Mr. Fred Hacker also spent a week in Finley Hospital after an operation for rupture. He says he had no pains at all. Don't be afraid to undergo an operation if you suffer from painful rupture. St. Matthew's record, August 1922. To the many inquiries concerning the health of Mrs. Everill, we beg to say that at times when she can rest at night, her nerves quiet down. We firmly believe that although troubles of the nervous system are not cured in a day, that she is continually improving.
Pastor Lutz celebrated his 50th anniversary of ordination in 1919. That same year, the altar was dedicated as a tribute to Pastor Lutz. A huge blow came on September 5, 1922, when Pastor Henry Lutz died. Pastor Deers assumed the duties of full-time pastor. In 1923, the Ladies' Aid Society donated the Jesus and the Children glass window. The Haeflin family also donated a church window around that same time. It serves as a reminder to the congregation today that many church members have a long and rich history with St. Matthew.
St. Matthew is a very special place to me. Generations of my family have gone here. I believe we're the fourth, and Lillian would be the fifth. A great-grandfather, founding member, and it has always been an incredible place, and it has only gotten better.
In the summer of 1925, Pastor Deers returned to Germany to visit his mother and brother. He had not seen them for nearly 20 years. The congregation supported his decision to make the trip. As the mid-1920s dawned, change was in the air. The New Year's Eve service of 1925 was the first service conducted in the English language. The strong leadership of the Ladies' Aid was about to be joined by the men of the church. The Brotherhood was formed November 30th, 1926, another long-running church group. Time had passed quickly, and in 1927, St. Matthew celebrated its 20th anniversary. Church membership at the time was estimated around 500. This was also a time of progress in other areas. At the 1928 annual meeting, it was approved that men and women could come together to the altar for Holy Communion. As the Great Depression brought anxiety, St. Matthew tried to stay positive with social outings such as church picnics. By 1930, a new card system was adopted for announcing attendance at communion. That same year, the organ was overhauled and repaired. Pastor Deers departed St. Matthew in 1937 for First Lutheran Church in Waterloo. St. Matthew called Reverend Harold Daugs as its third pastor. German services were also on the decrease, reduced now to once per month. There was much activity with the youth of the church. A junior choir formed in 1938. The Junior Mission Band was established at this time to promote mission interest in the children of the church.
What I remember about my early life here at St. Matthew, we had about 5 or 6 guys or 7 guys that kind of hung around together, and we used to put ropes around these 4 posts and have boxing matches. We had a basketball hoop over here that we used to play basketball with all the time. The ceiling was higher then, because we put a drop ceiling in here now,
As an early memory, it's where I met my husband, and of course where I met him was in the room right over there.
Oh, I remember going to confirmation classes down here. In order to get in, we either had to go up to the drugstore and get a key, or, being I was just a little guy, I'd crawl down through the coal chute. First ones here always had to start the fire, And we had the chairs all lined up here. We have choir practice here. And then the Sunday morning, the little kids had their Sunday school right in here. This is only 57 years ago.
57 years. Unbelievable. And you owe it all to St. Matthew.
That's right.
A milestone was reached in 1939 when all mortgage on the property was paid in full. A mortgage burning was held on July 1st, accompanied by much celebration. As World War II erupted in 1941, the final German service was conducted at St. Matthew. It was certainly not a coincidence. Special services were held to honor and pray for the soldiers.